Hi again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and today I'm going to be doing my what sold for last week, which was Monday through Thursday, July 10th through the 13th. I'm behind on videos, y'all. I can't seem to beat a bug. It's been about a month. I was really sick for about 2 weeks. I thought I was getting better, and then this past week I have just been very tired. Just tired. And y'all know me, I work hard. And for me to not even want to get up and do anything is just odd. But getting this video done, I've been trying to work on my inventory when I feel up to it. And just tons of stuff. But we are so far behind on videos. We're going to get caught up hopefully this weekend. But I've had 3 really good weeks of sales, and then this week's not been good at all. But you know, it's still a lot of bread and butter sales, so I'm going to be fine. But let me tell you, I've had 10 returns. I think the last time I mentioned this, I was up to 6. I am currently at 10 returns. It's getting a little frustrating. I'm not, and almost all of it does not fit. I mean, some of it's shoes, some of it's clothes. 2 of them were plush that they changed their mind. And then one was a toy that they said was broken, but it wasn't broken. Let me show you how I got it back. This is the box I got it back in, but look. Let's just make a mess. And y'all, my toy was not in a bag. I don't know. And it was shipped first class. And you can know that paper's heavy. Shredded paper is heavy. So yeah, but 10. The saving graces, I just went and looked in the last 30 days. I've sold 420 items. But 10 returns. It's part of the game. It's part of the game. It's just, you know, it's not always like this. It has never in 24 years been like this for me before, but you know, right now it just, if it's not exactly what people are looking for, they don't have an issue returning it. And you know, I offer the free return so that I can get the 10% off my final value fees. But don't you think they're on my blockety block list. That's how I do it. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with my solds. I only had one sell off of eBay, and it was this sell on Mercari, which I think is a relatively good one. I don't sell a whole lot of high dollar stuff on Mercari. It is this Lego Duplo Winnie the Pooh block slot, sold for $29. But I have decided for processing, I'm not blaming the other platforms. I know across the board, all of the platforms are slow right now, but I've not been cross-listing because I've not felt well. So yesterday, I'm going to do at least 5 to Poshmark, 5 to Mercari every single day. More if I have time. Etsy, I think I looked earlier when I was checking to see if I had any solds that, I have like 400 in the expired column and about 180 left on there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with Etsy. I don't think the sales that I get on there warrant keeping the 20 cents all the time. So now let's see what's sold on eBay. A whole lot of littles. All right, first one. This is a puzzle by White Mountain. It is my favorite. I have tons of them to do. But we put all of our puzzles together unless it's sealed. And then I just sell them. I mean, they don't sell for a lot for the most part. There are a few that sell for quite a bit. I think there's one that's marked Vintage Toys. I think I saw a sold comp for like $90 or something. But there's a few that are really hard to find. But for the most part, you know, we put them together and we sell them for like $8 to $10. This one sold for $8.96. Dan D. Brown Bear, just plain old bare 13-inch sold for $8.02. You know, I did a mass markdown in June of all of my inventory that had been listed before January, and I'm accepting all reasonable offers on these items, and I'm sending tons of offers out. And like for something like this where it was $8.02, I might send a $6 or $7 offer out on it just to make this inventory gone. This is Aurora Dreamy Eyes horse plush. There's a whole series of animals. They kind of have like these sleepy big eyes. Very cute. This horse sold for $17.01. More of the parts to the G.I. Joe Terradrome. I paid $40 for the whole thing, but I parted it out. I still haven't listed the base. I think we're going to list the base, but it's going to be a massive box. This particular part was called the Rampart panel. It did have a broken tab. Quite a few of the pieces, unfortunately, did have broken tabs, but they are selling. This one sold for $8.96. I've already made all of my money back on just one sell. High tops, tie, giraffe, 18-inch. Probably not something that I would pick up again. I think I actually still have another one listed. They just take forever to sell. This one did sell for $11.61. This I picked up when I was up in Connecticut at the Red, White, and Blue. Probably paid a couple of dollars for it. It was Corelle is the brand. She was like a vanilla scented doll from 2020. Sold for $26.95. Very quick sell. Now, I picked these up recently. I had like one Eddie. You know you like little people when you know the names of your characters. I had an Eddie. I went ahead and ended that listing and made a lot. All of these go to the Discovery City Main Street play set, and it sold very quickly for $24.95. Clothing. Listing a lot, selling a lot. This is a Plains Western wear men's short sleeve pearl snap shirt. Been listed a long time. Got an $11 offer and accepted it. Now, if you're new to my channel, I don't do free shipping. So when the buyer paid $11, they did pay additional for shipping. And I do flat rate for my first class shipping and then calculated for everything that's priority or the New Ground Advantage. This I picked up at T and Picker's yard sale. This is a Mattel Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs figure lot. Sold for $8 best offer very quickly. Aurora Panda purse plush. I pick up most of these little kid purses that are shaped like stuffed animals. Most of them are bread and butter, but they sell very quickly for me. This one sold for $10. Harlequin Romance. I think I have one more small lot. We keep, every year for 2 years in a row, we have gone to a yard sale and the lady is giving away these books. Both times we offer to give her some money for it, but she just wants them gone. So I go ahead and pick them up. This is the last lot of them, other than a small mismatch one that I still have. But this was a lot of 86 and they sold for $85.41. And these are the more contemporary ones. I think I have here, they were from 2020 and 2021. Robert picked this up at a recent estate sale. It's an Indira Classic Union red suit. When we did the video on it, I called it an adult onesie, and somebody sent me a message in my thing, don't use the word onesie. So yeah, just a reminder, I know not to use onesie, but Gerber, I think it's Gerber, has the trademark for onesie, and if you use onesie on any other item that's not Gerber, you'll get a Vero, and a Vero very quickly. But this sold for $22.45. Aurora Pink Pig plush. This one is 12-inch. I love Aurora. I think the plush is just adorable. Most of it, though, is bread and butter. This one sold for $10.45. Walmart Rabbit Plush. This one was cute because it kind of had that tie-dye purple and green body, but then it had the little carrot emblem on the foot. I love rabbits. I pick up tons of them. This is the year of the rabbit, and I sell quite a bit. This, though, sold for $8.02. A lot of bread and butter. This is from that clothing lot that we picked up. I paid a little less than $2 a pair. I listed this, and then I thought I was going to keep it for myself, so I was about to unlist it, and it sold. These were some Patagonia women's baggy shorts, sold for $34. Russ, Kobe, Chimp, Monkey. I just realized I'm pretty sure Sherry bought this from me. So thanks very much, Sherry. I didn't put my little red writing on there, but I'm pretty sure it was you. Sold for $11.66. Corning, Corelle, Indian Summer, Sugar and Creamer. Been listed a while. Got an offer for $8 and accepted it. Most of these things, I've probably paid $1 or less for them. I'm frugal. Now this, I just sold like the gravy boat last week for like 30 some dollars. And then this is the soup tureen. It's Mikasa California Currants. I want to say we paid $5 or $10 for a large box of it at a churchyard sale last year. Didn't get any hits on it. Haven't sold anything. And then all of a sudden we've sold 2 things. Not sure if it's the same buyer. I probably should have looked. But this soup tureen sold for $36. Tie Pluffies. I love them. I pick them up anytime I can, as long as they're in good condition. This one is called the My Baby Bear from 2004. Did not have its ear tag. I always make a note, unless I'm just spacing it out, but I always make a note if it's got that little paper ear tag. It sold for $22. FisherPrice Loving Family Dollhouse. This was the little girl and the girl twin. Sold for $13.45. Old Navy. This was from that same lot of all the clothes that I picked up, that I kept a lot of them for myself. But these were large bike shorts, sold almost, I think, the same day I listed them for $18. Picked these up at yard sale right down the road from us. I want to say I paid a couple dollars for them. Sold very quickly for $50. These Justin, they were called Kitty Red, but they're not kitty boots. They were size 8 leather. Now, these were adorable. These are Knickerbocker, Raggedy Ann, and Andy from also a Hallmark. 6-inch little dolls, sold for $10. This is a viewer sale, so thank you so much, Tracy. Tracy sent me a box here recently, and I have a video on some of the gifts that she sent me. But she's came into my store and bought a couple of things also, so I really, really appreciate when my viewers go in and help, support my channel by making my, by purchasing stuff through my store. Anytime you're going to go shop on eBay, if you use my little link down in the description, you don't even have to shop in my store. But if you go on eBay for the next 24 hours, I get a very small commission from anything that you've purchased. So, if you think of it, please do that and help support. And also like and subscribe and comment. I don't say that very often, but I mean to. And I know Robert has that little thing that pops up. But I really appreciate even the cute emojis everybody puts in the comments. See, I don't even remember selling this because I was sick really, really bad one day, and Robert took care of all of my shipping for me. But this is a vintage folk art paper mache Christmas, 8.5 inch. It had some condition issues. I just note all that. Take lots of pictures. Sold for $13. This is a 'Twas the Night Before Christmas musical from House of Lloyd. This is an example of, even if it's not working properly, go ahead and list it because somebody might still want it. This had corroded batteries in it and I couldn't get the lights to work. The music box worked and I have a video of the music box working, but the lights were not. Maybe they're going to try to fix it. Maybe it just wasn't important to them. It was just for nostalgia. Sold for $13.45. I picked this up at a church sale that we shared with you in a haul video. Bought tons of vintage My Little Pony figures. This one was called Wind Whistler. He was one of the flocked ones. Sold for $16.25. We stopped at a yard sale. I want to say I paid like $10 for a basket full of Christmas Village people. I divided it up based on size or brand. I want to say I made 5 or 6 different lots. I've sold a couple of them already. These little figures were 1 inch tall, so I decided to put all of them together. That bag's bugging me. And it sold for $16. That's one of my returns sitting here that needs rebagged. Levi's 514 men's jeans, black. We do really well with black jeans. Doesn't really matter about the brands a lot of time, but these sold for $20. I picked this up at a yard sale. I want to say I paid $5 for it. And for me, that's paying up. But I had used Google Lens and then went into sold comps. And there were comps for about $50. So I went ahead and listed it for a little more. And it sold for $53.95. But it was this, When My Heart Found You, It Knew. I think probably like for a wedding with a Disney theme. That would just be adorable. Anniversary. I found these at the Goodwill bins in St. Louis. Bought a bunch. They were all in a bin. Just, I want to say probably 30 or 40 different ones. I decided to put them in small lots. I don't think I've even found all of them because I have about 6 bags left over there that I haven't processed. But I made 4 sets of just these 2. This is the first one to sell and they sold for $14, but they're called Aurora Snappies. And this was an owl and a starfish. This is a cute baby. A lot of these blankets that I have listed that are older than the 6 months, I picked them up at consignment sales. I didn't do a whole lot of consignment sales this past year. Maybe this next year. I don't know. They're a drive for me, and a lot of times they're in at night. And y'all know me. I'm not a night person. So I didn't do much this year. But this is called I'm Whaley. It said Sam Salem's and Sons. Sold for $13.69. A lot of these I pay like $2 and $3 for. Ben 10 figures. I tend to make small lots of them. This one sold for $20.21. Jimmy, I think I've got another one listed now. I showed in a recent video. This is Jimmy Fox, dancing plush, animated, all of those words. Sold for $23. I put a video in there. The thing, I've had a couple of comments on Facebook about videos. Make sure, for me, when I'm listing, like I have to sit there. I cannot move my screen after I get the video started loading until it gets to like 4 seconds. Once it gets to 4 seconds, it kind of stalls a little. Anybody else have this happen? And if I leave that screen, it never finishes. Never. So if I was to just keep on going, finish my listing, hit, submit, the video's not going to be there. So I wait until it gets to that 4 seconds. Then when it starts moving again, then I feel like I'm safe. But I always make sure that I scroll back up because every once in a while, computer speeds and everything, it might not still be finished by the time I get to the bottom and ready to submit. So make sure you always check to make that your video has finished loading. Otherwise, it won't be there and you'll be wondering why. Wallflower, flirty, curvy, high-rise jeans, $12. Again, these were old listing and I accepted a best offer. Skill Animals. This is Diego dressed as a vampire. It had a little bit of condition issues. I could have got more for it. I priced it less than most and it sold immediately. $17.95. Now this is Hallmark. It was a black cat. There were no comps. I picked my own price and it was listed probably a couple of months, but the person who sent me an offer on this, no, the person who purchased this sent me a message asking if I had more. So if you have anything like this, go ahead and get it listed because that person's looking for more of these. Sold for $11.66. Robert picked this up at a yard sale recently. It was a Distortion Pedal. I put in there untested. Sold within a couple of days for $44.95. We've already received perfect feedback for it, saying that to them it looked unused. I don't know these things. Celebrity pink women's jean shorts. Very small size, still sold. So, you know, don't be afraid to list the small sizes. They still sell. $13.21. VTech GoSmart Monster Tractor Truck Lot. I tend to put these in lots of tube because it keeps the shipping under a pound. I charge $6.95 for a 15-ounce package, and they tend to sell, you know, at that price for me quite easily. This one sold for $11.66. American Girl doll purple boots. Now this was an international purchase through the eBay international shipping. I got feedback on it yesterday and I went and looked. It took them 10 days to process it through Chicago and deliver it to Canada. So I was really glad to see that the shipping isn't being tedious because we're having to send our international orders to Chicago. Although I did have one recently that I had to ship out to California. So I'm wondering, probably if it's going west, that we're going to be sending stuff to California. And then if it's going east, then we'll send it to Chicago. But these, just one pair of boots sold for $12. Jellycat. I love Jellycat. Most of the time, though, it is bread and butter. This, though, is a large 16-inch Bashful Bunny. Sold for $31.45. I found a Jellycat today, but I had to leave it, y'all, because the little whiskers on the cat were just destroyed. And it was only going to be a bread and butter plush, and I didn't want to pay $1 for something that might take a while and might get returned for condition. Returns, my nemesis right now. Mattel, Disney, 101 Dalmatian. Y'all, even the smalls like this, I still list them. They're still, you know, I probably paid a quarter or less, probably a nickel if I got this at the bins. It's just a little 3-inch vintage plush, sold for $7. Scentsy Buddies. This is Fern the Fox. Did have a lot of condition issues. Still sold pretty quickly for $11.66. Two more. This is Cuddly Panda Bear Lovey Teether Plush. Sold for $9. And last but not least, I didn't save the best for last this time. This was a Lego minifigure. We went to Cincinnati last year and I went to a Savers, I think it was a Savers, and bought a bunch of bags of Legos because I saw tons of minifigures in them. I went ahead and divided them up. A lot of the Legos I listed in the minifigures, I listed individually. Some I did put in lots. I have made hundreds and hundreds of dollars on those minifigures, and this one sold for $10.31. I don't even know how to pronounce his name, but he is a Star Wars minifigure. Got this video done. Gonna do my one for the weekend, and then this next week has just not been that great. It's okay though. Still keep doing the things that you can do. This is my mantra. Put stuff on sale. Use promoted listings. End and sell similar. Don't let that stuff roll over. I really believe that helps. Send out offers all day long, every day, all items. And I sell a ton that way. I think that has been the biggest thing that has helped as many sales as I've gotten. 420 is a lot. So, you know, do those things. And hopefully you'll see some sales, but keep listing, keep listing, keep listing. Fourth quarter is right around the corner, and hopefully we're all going to have the best fourth quarter ever, right? That's the plan. That's the goal. All right, get to work. Bye.